Yeah. It makes it really difficult. Like my whole screen size is cut down. Okay. Well, we are back. And let me see. Kit, are you here? Because if she's not here yet, I should poke her. Oh, that's weird. So, tonight we are here with my friend Kyla.
Hi, internet stranger.
And she also loves this game. So we're gonna be over on this end, like sighing heavily over plot-related things that will become clear as time goes on. But I did some warm-ups earlier today to make sure that I was feeling up for difficult quests.
Ultra hard.
It's a situation.
I think I kept it all normal, which is proud of me. Usually when a game has a story, I just want to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
I stay easy.
I saw that if you beat it on Ultra Hard and you New Game Plus, then you unlock face paint.
Is that how you get the face paint?
That's how you get the face paint.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I guess I'm just going balls to the walls. No.
By the way, Utah also
I killed one of them.
It's down.
Take all this shit.
Like that one is like.
Ah!
Wow, there's one.
Take the shit.
Bitch. Get out of here.
Didn't get you.
No.
That'll help.
That's my favorite part when you don't kill it all the way. And
It
then you
just-
get to whack it.
Yeah, that was pretty. I'm feeling pretty good. Normally I get slapped around a lot.
We'll find yourself a Thunderjaw.
No.
Or what's the bellows?
Behemoths and rock breakers. The rock breakers I
Treated
don't
trees.
wanna-
Just
Oh,
like Vanasha said.
Thunderbirds.
These tracks lead up that rise. Must be the green climb.
Oh, that's my herb pouch. The other thing on Ultra Hard is that your herbs replenish your pouch less.
Awesome.
So my pouch is always empty. Alright, so to recap, we are going to save Uthid, who Vanasha says was framed. And we trust Vanasha because we
Foot tracks stop here.
think with our
Time to
arousal
climb.
that she's real hot. One who's like, oh no! Oh! Oh! Oh no! Oh my god! I didn't die!
Be a better climber, Aloy.
Seriously, come on. What do you mean you can't fling yourself across the creek and grab onto that tiny outcropping with no effort? Got it. The core strength on that girl.
I do appreciate her upper arm strength.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Look at that. It's all the ground.
I'm glad your foot is doing better. It's always a good question. What's in my mouth?
Well, Nathan's on the charger for the car.
That's good.
Honk the horn at him. You can do that.
All right, made it. Where did you go, Uthid? Food scraps. I'll bet Uthid stopped to see if he was being followed. He must have kept going. I've got to catch up.
Yeah, why can't you take his food?
Oh my god. That is the most horrifying thought I've ever thought. That is like fucking horrifying.
A dead machine.
Your teeth
Uthid's
are always
been
in
hunting.
your mouth, sleeping on your tongue until they wake to clatter.
Ooh, that's like I was asking Nathan this question the other day. Are your bones wet?
Yes.
Everything useful has been stripped. Uthid's been gathering components, probably for ammo.
Yeah. Suppose so.
Glintox, looking to scavenge.
Bones!
Fucking good. Bones. Them wet bones. Oh! Fuck off. Fuck off. Always get the bird.
Oh no, not the bird!
Yeah, it was funny because I was fine with them on normal. He's a big enough bastard that he's at least an easy target. They're so fast.
I dropped it!
You bitch. No. Don't get to get back up.
Alright, back to Uthid. Where do you go from here?
Sunday morning.
Yay! Okay, so we can have dinner together tonight? Yes. Okay, cool. I will be here. Let's plan on that.
And I will need to be there.
Okay, we'll plan on that.
Alright. Back to finding Uthid. Back on
Uthid
the
took down
mission
a
that we were
Ravager.
sent here for.
Not an easy kill, but worth it for the parts. Dead Watchers. More scrap for Uthid's stockpile.
You're a dead watcher.
I hope not. Oh.
The next one doesn't miss.
Uthid?
You're young for a bounty hunter. Or am I old for a soldier?
I'm not here for the price on your head, Uthid. I believe you're innocent.
Innocent? Come on, then. If this is a trick, it's a good one. You've earned your kill.
You know exactly what Nil is doing to work through his disappointment. Just fucking jacking it furiously.
No tricks. Just talk.
All right. Speak.
I want to know what happened at Sunfall. What really happened.
All right. For weeks, each dawn in the tent city came with a new death. Always in their sleep, no struggle. The old, the infirm, sometimes the young. Those who couldn't fight for the cause. I should have realized then it was a culling.
Who would do such a thing?
They thought it was a curse, an evil spirit. But it was only a man. And a silent poison. It took time to catch him, but we did. We brought him before Bahavas for the sun's judgment.
Fuck that guy.
The High Priest Bahavas? He's the one who put the bounty on you.
Yes. He thanked me for my diligence, then had his guards release the villain. You see? It was he who ordered the culling. Then they turned on us. Should have died with my men, so their loyalty meant something. 20 years I gave to the sun. For what? Malice and murder? As for honor, sacrifice, true sacrifice, the kind priests and rulers know nothing of? It's all a fat joke.
If it's honor you seek, the Sun Carjas seem trustworthy. A little stuck up, maybe, but trustworthy.
Those Carja once raided your Nora lands. Raided every land we could reach. It was the Sun's will. I did what I was told. Others did worse. But as their captain, I had...
Uthid, I don't care what you did. I can't absolve you. But the Carja are changing their ways. You could too.
Perhaps. Avad doesn't understand what the Sun demands of its soldiers.
Perhaps he understands it too well.
Now you sound like the blameless Murad.
It's because I've been hanging out with that crew too much.
I can believe you're a good man. But why go with the Shadow Carja in the first place? Why serve them?
Because of Itamen, of course. He was the one true Sun King.
Itamen's just a child.
Yes, an untainted vessel. I believed he was pure. But they used him. Used our faith. I can see that now. No shadows under a noonday sun. Bahavas didn't need to disgrace my name. I did it myself, serving a rotten throne.
Uthid, buddy. You're having a hard day.
I met someone who wants to get you out of this. A woman named Vanasha. But first, we need to get you out of here.
What are you? You look like a hunter. You give orders like a soldier who's been out... Mercenaries. Think they'll all line up to tell me I'm innocent?
Should have stayed on the plains, Carja! The mountains belong to us! Keecook's killers! When we're done with you, you won't even leave an echo!
You didn't make it hard to be followed. Almost as if you wanted to go out in a showdown.
Not much gets by you.
To me! Let's take her down!
Son of a bitch.
They're just so new.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, sun! Shine upon us!
Keep up the attack! We still got another squad on the way!
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is a... getting fucking real.
Move in! We'll send the rest as soon as
Break down their defenses.
They want to. They want to get me, but that's not the way that we play this. Nil, I know you're out there watching. This one's for you, buddy. Sorry, I wouldn't kill you.
Keep them guessing.
Oh, shit, Rufus. Buddy. Exploding arrows. Oh no.
It's up to you now, man. Rally, we can still finish them.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe she turned me down! God! She didn't want to murder me! Fucker! Shit!
Oh, damn. They're being useless.
Oh, he's up close. He's Karja. They know how to use it. Close combat.
The sun blazes at our backs. That won't be the last of them. Follow me. I've stashed supplies up above.
Some health potions, bitch.
There you go. You almost ran away.
Oh.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Alright. God, she's so strong.
Up and over.
Yeah. Ah, damn it.
I do like that outfit though.
It's my favorite.
I'm a dog.
Oseram.
A robust defense is the most satisfying to break. All right, Marvels. We brought the priest out here, so let's put on a show for him.
You brought the who now?
Yeah.
Oh, this cunt.
I know that, Hood. We've unfinished business, Bahavas and I. This will be difficult. I think you rallied to a lost cause.
I don't intend to die today, Uthid.
I did. But you're starting to change my mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Ayla is a friend to the people.
Get down, now!
Today we're killing a clergyman, boys.
Got all I need to finish you off.
That's the first.
Look out! To your left!
Was it?
Found him, over here!
Plug out of here with your fire stick. You just shot him right in the dick. Ow! God! No hitty.
Oh, and then the female.
Yeah. Bunch of lady Oseram.
It's gonna...
We'll down them swiftly.
Yeah. Oh, he actually killed one. Alright.
Could shoot you with my eyes closed. death's coming your way.
That's the last of the marvels.
Bahavas thought he had enough fodder to keep him safe. Now there's hope for justice. Will you come with me?
No.
Hell yeah.
Clearly have two different priorities here.
I wanna kill a priest.
This won't be easy. Bahavas still has his personal guard.
Won't be easy. What, like 3 Shadow Carja with him? And one of them had a big boy gun, so once I get that...
Might need this.
No,
Definitely gonna need that.
you're fine.
Across there and we'll have him.
Yeah, no.
I feel cold just
I had to
sitting
come
there.
here myself to end your suffering, Uthid, and mine. The Outlanders led us here, and now that they are dead, their price is most affordable. But enough with needles. It's time for blades. Remove them from the sun's sight.
Yeah, sun can't see shit. This dude is fucking nuts. Along with, Felix, he's like one of the big Shadow Carja.
The
Well,
sun sets on your
Oh!
pathetic life,
oh
Uthid.
no! I just took all of those in the face. No. Okay.
I'm gonna run right over there.
Not gonna do that next
Sun's
time.
judgment upon you!
What the hell is that thing? I don't remember this.
It's,
Kill the
Yeah.
traitor!
just a gun.
Kill
Sons will
Nora!
break against
No.
Oh, good thing you got that rock.
Go in! Going down!
Have a care, Nora.
Make it hurt as the shadow falls upon them.
Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
Kill these
Oh, no.
gankers!
Oh, oh god.
The sun sets on your pathetic life, Uthid.
You're so mean, Bahavas. Oh god. I did too. Oh no. Oh no.
Kill the traitor! Kill Nora!
Oh, you're shooting corruption arrows.
Press the attack.
Fucking rude shit. Mostly fire,
Make it hurt
but
as the shadow
many.
falls upon them.
Up to his perch.
Oh!
Thank God, Uthid. Fucking took care of him for me, bud. I'm keeping you.
Worthwhile AI.
I'm keeping you. I will single-handedly walk over to Avad and make sure you get a job.
And then he leaves.
No, he's gonna help me up. He's a buddy.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it. More than double it.
No. I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence and your cheap scented oils. I don't suppose you'd kill yourself.
I had to. I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Carja in Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
Damn, Uthid.
I'm gonna go look the other way.
It was like, now I'm not, I can't be arrested. I wasn't a witness.
That was quite a fireworks show.
You took your time?
I was busy. What do you think happened to Yan Shund, the other mercenary band? And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk. You've had quite a day. I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up wonderful possibilities. Remember Itamen and Nasadi? The Child King and his mother guarded like hostages at Sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out. And I could use your help.
Kidnapping the Sun King of the Shadow Karja is no small task.
It's not kidnapping. They want to go to Meridian, to safety.
How do you know that?
I've been posing as Nasadi's handmaiden. She's scared. For herself, of course, but mostly for Itamen.
Why do you care what happens to them?
Itamen is the Shadow Karja's figurehead. If he defects, it will remove their last trace of legitimacy. Beyond that, he's just a boy who clings to his mommy. He made a little grazer for me out of matchsticks once. It wasn't very good, but still, nobody ever made anything for me before.
Oh. Sweet baby nerdlet.
What's going to happen to Uthid now?
Don't worry. You gave him a second life, and I'll put it to good use. He'll be welcomed in Meridian as a military advisor. Hopefully he can help Avad finish the Shadow Karja with as little bloodshed as possible.
What's going to happen at Sunfall now that Bahavas is dead?
Oh, it will be glorious. The priests will panic. There'll be infighting, skullduggery, and backstabbing as they wrangle for power. Best of all, they'll be distracted. Bahavas, your life brought misery, but your death is a flower that blooms in abundance.
She got away with words.
Yes, she does. Even Asha, what else can you do with that mouth?
What do you need to get Nasadi and Itamen out of Sunfall?
With Bahavas dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, Three-Toe Huadiv, near the Branded Shore. I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do is wait for me.
If this Huadiv has already cleared the area, why do you need me?
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
Alright.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
Only if you want to go, my dear.
What choice do I have?
None at all. I was just being polite.
I love her. Alright.
Yeah, I totally did not do this quest.
I am in your debt, Hunter.
Gotta escort the dumb kids quest.
No,
I don't want to do it.
What makes you think Avad will welcome me after I served his enemies?
He's a forgiving man. Smile a lot. You can't smile, can you?
Hide on in there.
No, that's a grimace.
I can guarantee it.
Nervous about going to Meridian?
I've been a soldier for 20 years. I do not get nervous.
I don't know.
Not even around a pretty lady?
I will not dignify that with a response.
Ooh. He doesn't think you're hot.
I think I'll take a moment with Bahavas. Death suits him better than those robes ever did.
Alright.
Remember, look for Three-Toe Huadiv near the Branded Shore.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
I appreciate your help. I'll look for you at...
Uthid.
What makes you think Avad will welcome me after I served him?
What more do you need?
He steps away.
I'll see you at the
No.
Brand...
He's really serious about this whole, like, she said girl talk, and he's like,
Nervous
okay.
about going to Meridian?
Alright. Oh, no. Alright. Doing my breathing exercises here.
What are we gonna go do?
We're gonna go and meet Three-Toe Wadiv.
Oh.
I just remember what is involved in this quest. And even thinking about it's making my hands sweaty. Aloy's just like, I can basically guarantee that I can get Avad to do anything because he's so embarrassed over his last little fuck up that if I am just, like, nice to him, he might die. Oh no, why did you drop me right here? No. 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 No.
They're coming for you.
No. Not intentionally, but...
Got you!
I don't give a fuck. I need him out of this place. Alright, Three-Toed Wadiv. Being up there, apparently. This bitch. Oh shit, do I?
You didn't kill the cows. They got one.
I didn't need one. Shit.
Gonna come in handy.
This is bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to be on my tippy-top best game.
No room.
You alright, buddy?
You're Three-Toe Wadiv, right? Vanasha sent me. What happened?
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Creepy.
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on. It's my own damned fault for taking the bait. Should have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful parts.
So Vanasha needed safe passage for Nasadi and Itamen, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy. Find the best path to the lake, make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out, a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
Something attacked you from underground.
Oh, you picked that up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Carja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them. It tunnels in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking face. I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
That looks like a tweaker. I'm just saying.
Kinda does.
Fanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Itamen. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
Bitch, if I die, then there will be no funeral. Because everyone's gonna die. Oh, data point. Data point. Do your part. If I have to listen to that rancid "Do Your Part for Zero Dawn" song one more time, I swear I'm going to stab out my eardrums before the melody can fester in my ear canals. It is not inspiring, it is not stirring, it is dreck that makes me want to kill myself before the robots even get a chance. I would literally give my life right now to kill the asshole who composed that goddamn thing. Ugh, can't this apocalypse at least have a decent soundtrack? Shit.
I believe in you. Look at that, you got 8% more in your medicine pouch.
Yeah, so much. Ooh, 16.
Oh, thank God there's a corpse there.
Nope. Oh, Jesus. Sweet Christ.
No, 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 no.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Please no landfalls. Oh, Jesus. No. Shoot your big stupid arms out. No! Oh God! Oh God! Fucking stroke! It mostly missed me. I went in between its front paws. Swear to God, this one is harder than the last one I fought. Yeah, I'm fucking clearing this valley out. My... Oh, I pulled that off of the corpse. My, controller is sweaty. Rock breakers are the worst. Like, of all of the machines, I would fight literally all of them 100 times before I would fight a rock breaker. Oh my god. I have no help.
You have 8% in your health pouch. What is that over there?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
very perceptive because they've got sonar, and so if you're moving, they can tell where you're going. And they're so big that if you're anywhere near them when they come out, you're probably gonna get hit by the rocks that go flying when they come out of the ground. It's fucking the worst. I might have to break out the shield weave for this next fight.
You're not using your shield weave?
Hell no. I look fucking fly as hell.
I don't know, maybe it's because I suck at video games, but
Here comes another.
yeah, I did your job.
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock chewer would grind you up.
She's like,
After
I kinda
that
did
miracle,
too.
all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
Okay.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your men, Huadiv? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before you're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection.
Also, why wouldn't you change them out of their royal clothes?
Yeah, Vanasha's abs are like...
You grate cheese on them.
I'm gonna grate my face on them. She looks fly as hell in that Kestrel armor, though.
Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carter, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome.
So what is she doing then?
Huadiv, get Itaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to extract a little blood.
I don't need your help, proceeds to help.
I am... Is this really the best tripcaster I have?
You don't have a purple one?
No, I guess not. I don't really use a tripcaster, so... Oh well,
They
it's
have
fine.
their use.
Like in...
Boulders.
Also in, making
That would be nice.
Valley into a fucking disaster zone for literally anyone who isn't me.
Shall we prepare a little surprise for them?
Hell yeah, what do you
I
think
like
I'm
that
doing,
she's
babe?
like, oh,
Here they are.
you only get the chance to do two?
Who's there?
Nobody. I mean, your mom.
Nobody having sex with your mom.
Ooh.
I think...
bastards. Get ready.
Save these for the trail.
Oh, that was big one.
To me! Let's take her down!
You mean all one of you?
You can't evade this!
I can abate the shadow. I can cut the shadow off right in the middle of a sentence. Alright, I am thinking... I'm just gonna throw down some more shit. I'm gonna make this canyon into a death trap.
They always like that.
Mm-hmm. No more of those.
Hey, you ran out.
Alright. Well, that looks pretty good.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear.
You jinxed it.
Asha.
A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
She would just be cross.
Oh, she would be very cross. Oh, fuck. It's a Thunderjaw.
Oh,
was that something?
Corrupted Thunderjaw. I'm ready to set off a few of my... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god!
I don't want to do that!
I have a stroke. Holy shit!
Good hit.
Here's one. This is the nightmare. I'm in hell. No. No. Oh god. Ah.
Someone's out there gonna go poke him.
Yeah, those poor guardsmen are like, gonna piss, I'm so upset! Oh! I would have been in much better shape if I had not gotten hit by that first thing. That was some bullshit.
Excellent.
God damn.
So don't
Fucking
get hit by that
Thunderjaws.
Oh
Fuck.
god, it takes you back to the...
No, I'm
Oh, there it
just
is.
right back with this big bastard, but none of my traps are out.
Look at all your traps.
I did. Alright. Let's see if we can disarm him. Don't disarm him with your face, Aloy! God! It's the moneymaker! Oh, it's, armor is, like, way sturdier. Oh my god. Okay, I can do this.
I believe in you.
I can do this. The royal nerdlet needs me. I can't die. He just like did a head sweep with his machine guns.
Choo-choo!
Oh, that was the Rock and not him.
But at least he's just like, huh? What the hell else is out there?
I know you're out there.
I have to get it at, and I really gotta get it at the base. No, 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 no. It's, if you shoot off the side guns. So normally that's like the thing that I go after first. Holy shit. There's a cultist behind me. Head. House we love and abuse rope casters.
Got it.
No. That. Oh no, 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 God, God, fuck, please, no, 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 no. Oh my God. I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life. I had 1 hit point left. Fucker, get out of here! Don't want to play with you! Can't you tell I have bigger concerns? So nice. There were health bars in this mode. Oh no! No! Please, no! No! This is so hard! This is so hard. Jesus.
You should have died way sooner, though.
I should have. Alright, we're gonna break out the fucking rope caster early on. Big bastard thinks that he gets to have guns. No.
More than one.
Hell no. Nope. Sadly. I'm stuck in this shitty canyon. Oh, I guess some of my bombs are still out, and he's over there just fucking walking into them.
Fuck you, I'm a Thunderjoe.
Dingus.
Cool.
Baby needs her rope caster.
Ammo.
Yeah. You're done. Not fucking around this time. No wire left! Oh no! Out of here with that. I have to get out the shield weave. I've made it through the whole game without touching my shield weave. There's those fucking clowns. The hell? There's the other one. Idiot squad. Oh my god! Fuck! God! Damn it! Oh! I knew that this was gonna be hard, but I didn't think it was gonna be this hard.
That's what she said.
Holy shit! I really should have fucking stopped to restock on potions and shit. Hell yeah. Was it good? Even though it was burned? Hell yeah. We can't get a couple big hits, right?
Need to keep the upper hand.
It. Oh no! Machine guns from up close, please. Please, no. God of God, the things I do for your shitty family. No, oh God, I fucking hate that. Jesus. Okay.
Regroup.
All right, regrouping, thinking. How am I gonna do this? Gotta take out the disc launchers. Gotta take out the disc launchers because that is... I do, but it's not super duper strong. Yeah, my long-range arrows are definitely stronger. I can just spawn this piece of shit. Well, that was embarrassing. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's nice when it's the other way.
Didn't do any damage, but it was really good.
You're finished.
Oh, looks like you're the one who's finished.
Yeah. Oh God, that fucking disc launcher. Alright, shield wave time.
Quitter.
I know, I'm a fucking little bitch, but it's time for the shield wave. It might be, I just... Oh, so shield wave is the ultimate armor that I got at the end of my last playthrough. It gives me a second health bar.
It has shield.
have to take it off before I finish this quest. Oh no, you absolutely can. I just think that I would fly as hell with the other armor. Some fucking Dark Souls bullshit. God. Damn, I'm grateful for the shield weave right now. Huh? Gun. Bastard. Back here, cocksucker. Oh yeah, Thunderjaws are basically walking armor. I'm getting worse. Fucking fire. Wow, that completely zapped my shield here. Got it! I'm gonna teabag this piece of shit! Oh, you suck! Oh my god! Oh. Alright, no more shield weave. Give me my badass armor back. There we go. Alright. Alright. I got people waiting for me.
You mean corpses?
I mean, corpses and people. Oh, there was a rabbit.
Oh, hey, you got some bony meat.
Show you bony meat. Metal shards. Yeah, the best part about some fights is that you walk through afterwards and it's just littered with animal corpses. Like, especially when you're fighting bellowbacks and you explode them. They get a big explosion radius.
Can't be too prepared.
Wow.
They just saved the ammo of having me kill it for you.
Yeah. Especially because, as Kit can attest, I am really bad at killing animals on this difficulty. Their hitbox is so small.
I've chased a lot of pigs. Long distances.
I've wasted so many arrows on rabbits. Alright, guys. It only took me 1 billion tries, but I killed it.
I think if we go by the time in the game you spent the day.
I spent overnight. It's still daytime. They're all just
Never know when I might need these.
She's dead.
I hear a lot of noise.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it?
Oh.
Well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we?
Nobody can hear that, right?
Well, you know.
Like a little itty steamboat.
It's a tiny boat.
Nobody can hear. Jesus Christ.
Those abs.
You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
Aloy.
That was a kind of a...
Don't pout. Such a tiny child.
Throw overboard! Wait, what is he doing? Who's this guy?
One of the guards.
Is that what that was?
Edaman, my brother, welcome home. You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection. As is your mother, she will not be harmed. You have my word, the law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
So fucking happy.
I never noticed his pants were so shiny.
Yeah, they're very shiny.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
In bed.
You're on the road.
Oh good, snap balls.
Would you like to buy something today?
That's exactly what I need right now. Fucking
Buy
snap.
what you need, leave the rest.
We did it. We did it. Yeah, everyone does want to bang Aloy.
It's the redhead.
Would you like to buy something today?
Makes her hot.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
I know, it's such a good little bookend on the whole Shadow Carja thing. Alright, well, I guess we should get back to Sunfall before Silence has a stroke.
Oh, he's fine.
He was like, you need to do this. It's very urgent.
And then we go fishing.
I'm like, man,
I got other shit to do.
I got some stuff to take care of. Ugh, God. So happy. Saved the tiny baby boy. Get that royal nerdlet into a place where he can be an 8-year-old.
And cling to his mommy.
Yeah. A literal fucking schedule.
Poor Eden. He must have been so scared when he came here.
Yeah. Doing some donuts.
Go in light.
You stab him?
No.
I'm wary of this never-ending struggle.
I stole your king. Luckily, I killed.
Why are they not
well,
like arms, up in arms, like?
They're actually just really depressed.
What are you waiting around for, Outlander? Bounties are announced inside.
Seeing the sun gives me hope.
One day, our Sun King is here. The next, he's gone. It's like some
Oh, there we
horrible
go.
dream. We can't
What I
even
would
keep
give
our
for
Sun
sweet,
King safe.
fresh
How do we
banana.
expect to win a war?
It's a good question.
That guy just wants a banana.
Yeah, it's extremely red in Sunfall.
Yeah, they somehow make it so
This is insane.
Hardly.
They're going to see me.
You underestimate the ease of the balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
When he said that, I was like, you know what the fuck that is, Simon?
Yes, it is. It was the summer fortress of the kings in general. But they moved in after the war.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
She doesn't get seen because her red hair.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Bitch, I just fucking ended the Civil War. Get off my dick.
I do also like. I need you to get in
I'm
here.
heading down.
Oh, wait, do you need-
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
underestimated you. I think by now
Well, that's not great.
Yeah, protecting
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Alright.
Like, shut the door behind you, gosh.
I gotta get my reading voice ready.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
I'm like shivery. Alright. Another incident from lounge staff. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond.
They're just racist against the Polish.
Apparently. We need support too.
Everybody wants something.
Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails?
Oh good, there's some more things.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
At least they have snacks.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay?
I like the steep demand a lot.
I do too.
Sunday is ruined.
I'm so sorry.
This means I won't get that.
Soundproofing? Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during their presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Oof.
Shenanigans.
Kid, are you ready for this?
Nobody is.
You're in the shit now.
Don't lie.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD-01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program. The Technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Oh, so many data points.
They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
I do like that silence that is just like, in the pursuit of learning!
Aloy's like,
I will murder people for your learning.
Let's do this.
Cut deep!
I might not make it.
No bomb! No bomb! No bomb!
Got eyes on him. For the radio! For the rightful Kaja! Face the sun's judgment!
Where I think it's missing completely too, though.
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
Seriously. Alright, let's see. There's so many data points, I don't even know where to start. Alright. Yeah.
Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced some bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor.
Please, tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Don't... Please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
Okay. Travis Tate.
Want to discuss? Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke? A tobacco cigarette. Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty, too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me? I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab. Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos? Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go. You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines?
Oh, God.
I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
I think there is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die? We're going to be able to answer some of these questions. I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me. You were brought here because of your skill set. No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Counselor Guidelines number 1. For debriefing after presentation 1, candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with the data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addenda C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objections in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so that the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Jesus Christ.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness.
What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
I feel like I ate rocks.
They're gonna turn it off and back on again.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Number 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing will be transferred to Elysium's sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Faro Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt out for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. Jesus Christ. Counselor Guidelines 2. For debriefing after Presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation. Acknowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings toward greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow them access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period, during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against his or her will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision data corrupted.
Always gets corrupted at the good part.
Yeah, seriously.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Faro when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
Brad, you're breaking my heart.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
She's the Debbie Downer.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You know... Get your hands off me!
You know, on that one, the section said selection counselor, while all the rest just said counselor.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that there's anything in here, but...
Do you not find nothing there?
No.
Oh. Follow the waypoint.
Yep, I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything.
Gotta pick up all the shit.
Gotta get all the data points, because this is, like, fucking... too real.
Play through this where you get to this point and you're like, man, I haven't found, like, any data points.
Yeah.
And then you get in here and it's like, oh, that data points.
Yeah. Data points.
Intruder! Get her!
Son of a bitch.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I don't plan on it.
Silence just wants his shit.
Yeah, well, he can shut the fuck up because I have a date with the king after this.
Let this bring me
Baby gotta get some fuck.
I'll survive!
Guys, sure did.
This is not a war. That one.
Bleed before the... Made it!
You think you get to come in here and shoot your big cannon at me?
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way.
Art historian.
An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art, Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
See, that's why I liked her.
Yeah. Travis Tate!
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day,
Power's down.
I enjoyed
Is there
schooling
another
them.
route?
I've
But
done this
maybe I
before.
went in too hard on this
Just
poor
be my focus.
counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural to be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Travis Tate.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to... There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
At least do that one.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Totally don't need to be sneaking around here, but I'm just real edgy.
You're into it. Oh look, a storage area nearby.
I just opened it.
Did you go up the ladder like an old person, Eli?
Hell no. You gotta work out your core when you go up ladders.
I guess it's
Found
because
one.
the abs and I
Looks
don't.
intact.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Also that. Thank good God.
Yeah, I tried to do slackline once and I thought I was gonna die.
Slackline's only for pictures anyway.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Nothing.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Reversed. So that means it's gonna be...
same, but backwards.
I think it's, and then I think it's also, yeah.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Reversed and transposed, yeah.
I'm just glad she knows how to open doors.
I know.
Oh no!
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
I'm bad at stealthing.
Fucking code ring.
Looks like we're introduced.
Get down!
No, bump! No bump! No bump! Shit! The fuck? How many of these ass clowns are there?
Plenty.
Over here! It's hurt! Your end has come!
Told you I have a hot date with the king! He'll finish me.
Sit for you! You cannot hide from our wrath! Shadow take you!
Son of a bitch.
I think the ones up there hide like
Oh, they definitely are.
So close!
It just does seem pretty good.
Shadow guide!
Hi.
Bleed for the shadow! Farewell, fool!
That's the last of them.
Alert. HVAC structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
Eyes on me, brother. Fear the power of the
In the dick.
Show no mercy!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Fuck off. Silence.
history.
Gun.
You don't want just carry that around for the rest of the game.
It's a new strategy.
Sloan said he went to race.
I'll find a use for you.
Like healing?
What do we got? I guess I need to just follow the waypoint because I'm not seeing any data points. How you hanging in, Kit?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Full steam ahead. From Elizabeth Sobek. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Ayomide Okito before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus's first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Immediately. I get that. Oh, Apollo. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional. They feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record, too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, Hephaestus will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes.
Death machines.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the forge. in there?
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Thank you, Silence.
More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Oh, Jesus.
I know, and it's like, I just want to get to the story.
There's all these motherfuckers. Want a piece of me. Like everybody else in this fucking game. Just want to ride my dick. Son of a bitch.
I didn't mean to laugh.
Well, at least it didn't get me noticed.
At least I can't get you.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, data points. It's alright, I get it. It was hilarious.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Yeah, all those dudes are out there like this here.
No. Is it still lagging, Kit? The delay is always odd.
Oh, it's like 10 seconds after.
Test?
But they don't want you to be able to spring sight.
Yeah, if it's... Okay. Let me know when you're back and I'll get it going.